Hi, I'm Chef Owen Tilley, and I want to welcome you to the first installment of Ask the Chef. Here at the Seafood Guy, we want to be your go-to resource for any question about seafood, so why not just ask the chef? Our first question comes from Angela. Angela's one of our Facebook friends, and she asked if there was a quick and easy stuffing for salmon or other seafood. Well, Angela, the answer is as simple as the question. What I want you to do is I want you to start off with a package of ready-to-cook stuffing like this that you get at your grocery store. Now, the trick that we're going to do, instead of rehydrating it with water, as they say on the instructions, we're going to substitute seafood broth. I chose lobster broth because as I was walking through the store, I saw a jar of it and thought, hey, that would be really good with the other components. So that's what I used today. Also, we want to create a little texture and some interest inside the stuffing as well. So I took some carrots, some celery, and some onions and sauteed them with a little bit of oil ahead of time and added it in to the rehydrated stuffing that you see here. Now, this is a seafood guy, so let's put some seafood in the stuffing. Now, I like crab and shrimp, and I think the balance of the two add for some interest and some great textures and flavors in the stuffing. So, I'm going to take some premium crab meat. I'm going to flake that in first. It's good. And then some baby salad shrimp. I'm going to add a little bit of those in as well. All right. So, now I'm going to give it a quick mix because you want to incorporate all the ingredients together. Otherwise, you'll make it and one guy will get all the crab and everyone else won't have any. So, you want to make sure that you stir it really well. Okay, now for the fun part. Now we're going to stuff. Many ways to stuff seafood. For me, I want to show you just three. We're going to do some tried and true ones, and then I'm going to get a little fancy on you. The first way is that you use a tail piece, and the tail pieces are great because they're thin, they cook quick, and they're very pliable for stuffing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a scoopful of our stuffing. Don't press it too hard. You want to just lightly mound it into a mound, and then simply fold the salmon fillet over it. You're ready to go just like that. Next is a little bit more in depth, and what we're going to do is take your knife and slice a horizontal slice right in the center of the fillet, and it kind of looks like a hoagie roll or a sandwich roll when it opens. And that's exactly what we're going to treat it as. So there's the fish. Going to take a little more of the stuffing, and this you want to fold and mold. And I always like to use a little extra stuffing so it pours out, because then that part gets nice and crispy and kind of gives you a different texture to contrast. So simply just going to fold that over as such. And there's your second version. Now the third version, we're going to get a little fancy on you. And what I've done is, instead of cutting a horizontal cut directly through the fillet, I've taken my knife and I've cut a pocket. Just like that. So what I want to do now is I'm going to fill this hole with the stuffing. And like I said, I like to go a little bit over because it creates a great texture when it cooks up. Let's see, and there we go. It'll sit up nice and bake just like this, and what a great plate presence that'll be. So I'd like to thank you for joining us on our first edition of Ask the Chef. Looking forward to all your questions coming, and remember, you keep asking, and I'll keep cooking.